Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in the WPSL and their regional finals. It is time for the championship semifinals and finals in each of the four regions, the South, the Central, the West, and the East. The way that the brackets are laid out, you can go to WPSLsoccer.com and keep an eye on it all. It is West and East on the left-hand side. It is South and Central on the right-hand side. The locations for your regionals: Austin, Texas for the South, Sioux Falls, South Dakota for the Central. It is Spokane, Washington for the West, and it is Central Islip, New York for the East. And what we'll do is we'll go over all the brackets, the matchups on a quick turn. It is in these locations on the 13th, Saturday afternoons and Saturday evenings for your double headers, and then on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, depending on where things are when it comes to travel and such. Most of the activity is in the afternoon, in some places earlier than others. And we'll go over the times as we go here. So let's take a peek at the brackets and let you know what's going on. We'll start things off in Central Islip, New York, with the WPSL East region. 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock, the times on Saturday afternoon and evening in Islip. Clarkstown Soccer Club takes on Niagara 1812, and that will be followed by SUSAFC and Reading United AC. That is low left as you fill out your brackets when it comes to the East region in the WPSL with their region semifinals and finals. Upper left, it is the West region. This one is in Spokane, Washington. The early match, Pacific time, 3 o'clock, so 6 o'clock Eastern time. It is Spokane SC Shadow and the San Francisco Nighthawks, the Nightcap in Spokane, California Storm, and FC Premier Women. Time to catch up with the Nighthawks and let you know the kinds of players that are playing for the Nighthawks and the interesting lives that they lead off the field of play. And for this, we're talking about a San Francisco Nighthawks player at the beginning of the season, just to give you an idea as to the lives that the players lead the WPSL when they're not playing. And then an interesting career off the pitch for a player. For this, talking San Francisco Nighthawks, we go to Binghamton, New York, and catch up with the story from our friends at WBNG TV 12.
As WBNG continues to recognize Women's History Month, we meet Liz Dwornik. The Union Endicott graduate is playing soccer at the second highest level in all of the United States in the WPSL. Total Sports reporter Zach Grady sat down with Dwornik to learn how the game of soccer has helped shape who she is on and off the field.
It started with just playing with my older brother in the backyard.
Liz Dwornik's love for soccer started at a young age. The Union Endicott graduate is still playing the game, no longer in the Southern Tier, but for the San Francisco Nighthawks in the Women's Premier Soccer League.
There's been so many opportunities. I've been able to play with women who have gone on to play pro in other countries, here in the NWSL.
Dwornik's time with the Nighthawks not only has allowed her to take the pitch against pro clubs, but also against the Chinese national team in a World Cup warm-up.
You know, it's people that you see play on TV in World Cups and in the Olympics, and then you're out there on the field with them. So it's kind of surreal, but it's really awesome. And when I scored the goal, it was just, I was playing in front of the largest crowd I've ever played in front of. So just to hear everyone cheering and my teammates were so excited, it was just a wild moment.
The Tiger alum and Bucknell grad says her work on the field is not the only thing in her career she is proud of. When she's not busy scoring goals, she is solving problems as a software engineer, something she says the game helps with.
The balance really helps me be a better software engineer. Just like being able to get away from it for a little bit and then come back and, think about engineering problems.
As one of the team's veteran players, Dwornik is now mentoring a new generation of soccer stars stepping onto the pitch.
I actually enjoy being a mentor to them because I see like how good they are and what they can do. And I like to share my experiences too if it can help them.
Her message to the team?
Seasons might not go as you want them to go, but in the end, you come out like learning life lessons and with lifelong friendships.
12 Sports honors this Women's History Month Liz Dwornik, soccer star and software engineer. Zach Grady, 12 Sports, Broome County.
That's the official bracket on the left-hand side, presented by our friends at Capelli Sport. In the upper right-hand section, it is the South region. The regional semifinal has Charlotte Eagles and Footballera Select. That one is going to start the action in Austin, Texas, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock local time. The regional semifinals on your Saturday. The nightcap slated for 7:45 local time, 8:45 Eastern. Austin Rise FC, the host team, taking on FC Prime. Story here from an old friend, Jamal Kennedy, and Jamal is now in Austin, Texas, and so it is becoming a greater and greater footprint for women's sports, very, very bright in the city of Austin. Jamal has a story from the early parts of the season about the special day that the city of Austin had for women's sports and their growth, courtesy of our friends at CBS Austin. The first voice you'll hear is that of news anchor Walt Macaborski.
Support for women's sports is expanding across the United States, and today the city of Austin dipping its foot into that pond. CBS Austin's Jamal Kennedy joins us live tonight with more. Jamal?
Yeah, well, today was emotional for those who attended this morning's Austin City Council meeting. As proclamations were read, it included one that'll hopefully push forward support for women and gender equity in sports.
Every single fan counts, every single dollar counts, every single bit of support that we can get for these teams is incredible.
What does the future of women's sports look like in Austin?
It's just up from here.
It's an exciting time.
I think, honestly, the limits are just endless for women's sports here.
Thursday at City Hall revealed a shining moment for what's to come.
I, Paige Ellis, on behalf of Kirk Watson, the mayor of City of Austin, Texas, do hereby proclaim June 8th through 15th, 2024 as Women and Gender Expansive Sports Week.
It's a meaningful motion to Austin Rise FC co-founder Katie Reed.
Having the city recognize that and also put that out to the rest of the city and hopefully garner some more fans or some more support for each of these teams is really huge.
Representatives from Austin's 6 women's sports clubs joined City Council for today's announcement. Lily Messina with the Austin Outlaws, the women's full tackle team, called the moment emotional.
It kind of denotes that there's more there's power in numbers, and together we can achieve more than individual.
Julianne Fawcett's witnessed the support for women's sports here firsthand as a former UT volleyball player. Fawcett, for the first time in her career, will get to play professionally in the States as a volleyball team takes center court in Austin this fall.
Women have been working really, really hard in this industry, and to see everything come to fruition is it's a proud moment.
But in order to continue the momentum and growth around women's sports, ATX Women's Sports Pub co-owner and co-founder Deborah Hallam says it's going to take everyone.
People think that women are the only ones we need to support women's sports, and that's just not true. We need everyone to support female athletes.
Now, if you're interested in learning more about these women and the teams that they support, we've included links to their teams and their schedules in this story at cbsaustin.com. Live in Austin, Jamal Kennedy, CBS Austin News.
That's the upper right-hand section in the South region. WPSL Championship semifinals in the low right is in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Early start goes with the home side, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Central Time. Sioux Falls City FC and FC Pride, followed by in the nightcap Colorado Pride and Union KC. Time to catch up with our friends from Kelloland, KELO TV, and how they tell a story about what's going on in Sioux Falls at Sioux Falls City FC with one particular position on the pitch that has a family affair attached.
Through the 3 years of its existence, Sioux Falls City FC has had 2 main starting goaltenders, Haley and Campbell Fisher. Now the sisters have a new relationship. Kelland's Ian Sachs spoke to the 2 netminders.
The sisters from Hartford are 5 years apart in age, with the elder Haley hanging up her cleats after last season and picking up a coaching whistle for City. That paved the way for Campbell to step into the starting goalie spot after serving as backup in 2023.
We're kind of that age where we never even got to play with each other in any sports as well, but we got to last year, and then now getting the opportunity to coach her is just something that we didn't think was ever going to be possible.
Seeing her play the last 2 years, I kind of got to see the role and the dynamic of the team that I was trying to fill, and then also being kind of firsthand with her being my sister and seeing the experience for her. Having her as my coach just kind of made it easier transition.
They've bridged that balance of like the sister-coach relationship really, really well. And Campbell, to her credit, has kind of risen up to that. I think obviously stepping into your sister's shoes can be daunting.
While the two share the same DNA, as well as this space between the posts, their relationships both as sisters and player-coach has deepened throughout their time with Sioux Falls City.
It's just very natural being an older sister, being able to coach my younger sister. I feel like it's something that I really enjoy, and getting to see her grow, not only on the field but as a person, is a really cool opportunity.
We just kind of have to balance it, work through it, talk to each other about it, right? I would say though, like, our bond and our sister connection has helped us.
In Sioux Falls, Ian Sachs, Kelloland Sports.
Campbell and the Sioux Falls City defense has allowed just 1 goal in 9 contests this season. The club hosts the Central Regional this weekend and opens up against FC Pride Saturday at 4.
So that's your brackets once again. Left-hand side, it's West and East. Right-hand side, it's South and Central, presented by our friends at Capelli Sports. Regional semifinals in the West. Spokane SC Shadow, San Francisco Nighthawks, followed by California Storm and FC Premier Women in Spokane, Washington. Central Islip, New York, Clarkstown Soccer Club, Niagara 1812, SUSAFC, and Reading United AC. Right-hand side, in the South, Charlotte Eagles, Footballera Select, followed by Austin Rise FC and FC Prime in Austin, Texas. Central Region, Sioux Falls City FC and FC Pride, followed by Colorado Pride and Union KC. After Week 8, the power rankings in the WPSL had Sioux Falls City at the top of the ladder. The teams that have made it to this particular part of the schedule: Clarkstown Soccer Club at number 3, Colorado Pride at number 7, Charlotte Eagles at number 9. In our footprint, 865 Alliance ranked at number 13. Union KC in the final weekend, the next to last weekend, they are listed at number 15. UFA Gunners from our footprint at number 16. Jacksonville Armada finishing at number 20. Decatur FC finishing at number 22. SUSA FC, who is in this weekend, is ranked at number 24. And so as we go into the activity this weekend, go to WPSLsoccer.com. You can keep track of all of the activity going on. And if you are in market, if you are in any of these places where you have regional semifinals, Spokane, Austin, Islip, Sioux Falls, and you can visit, go visit. You get to see some of the great talent that is going on right now in the sport of soccer on the women's side through the WPSL. If you're in market and can't make it, follow along on local providers. And if you are out of market, still want to follow along on the social medias of the favorite teams that you're tracking. And you can also come and hang out with us every single week here on SDH, and we'll keep you posted as to what's going on with the WPSL. The championship weekend, Sunday, July 21st, Neil Patterson Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, Friday the 19th. Doubleheader, and then Sunday, July 21st, is your championship at Neil Patterson in Oklahoma, and we are getting through the regional semifinals to get you closer to what's going to happen in Stillwater here in 2024. For everybody here at the SDH Network, thanks for dropping by and hanging out with us as we break down everything going on in the WPSL. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the game.